Well, you want to do one more question?
Of course.
Let's go. We've got a question from Fuzzy Frank.
Fuzzy Frank?
Yep. He says...
Is he a pink teddy bear? Purple teddy bear. What's the one in Toy Story?
What? Is that his name?
Oh, was his name Frank?
I don't think it was Frank. But it makes me think of that, the teddy bear in the Toy Story.
Your mind is just an amazing thing. It's unbelievable.
I overused it doing the audiobook. Okay, sorry, Fuzzy Frank. Maybe that just means he's like half my dad's friends. They were all, as a kid, they always had fur on their back. So maybe that's what Fuzzy Frank means.
All right.
This thing is off the rails.
I'm sorry. Fuzzy Frank, we'll just start over with your
Not
question
really
now.
sure what to say, so I'm just going to go back to the question.
It's his name.
Fuzzy Frank asks, my spouse and I both work. However, we live off my income and use hers to invest into our Roth and brokerage. Do we aim for a savings rate based off my income or our combined income? I like this strategy, though. I think it's smart.
Both.
Living off one income, if you can do
Tell
that.
them the details.
Yeah. So I love the way y'all are doing this. We live off of my income and we save off of her income. That sounds great. But what if you make $200,000 a year and she makes $20,000 a year? Well, now you have a little bit of problem. So while it's great that you might be saving her income, I'd argue percentage-wise, you're not saving enough. So the best way that we think to take about this is you add up both of your gross incomes and your savings rate should be based off 25% of that number.
Household income.
That's it. That's the one. And if you're able to save 25% off the gross number, if it just so works out that that is 100% of her compensation, then that's great. If you make $100,000 a year and she makes $25,000 a year and you save all of her income, then that math works. But you have to make sure that you do the actual exercise so that you don't fall into the false sense of security. Oh, we're saving enough. We save all of hers and we live off of mine. You got to make sure that actual mathematically it makes sense.
Well, that's what sometimes we've had questions in the past where somebody says, man, I save 35% of my income, but my spouse won't save anything. Tell me how to fix this. And I'm like, well, you're not really saving 35%. You're saving that of your income, but you need to look at your household income.
Right.
And then I would now start having a conversation. It doesn't sound like Fuzzy Frank has this issue because it sounds like they've actually been very deliberate with they're going to live off one, save the rest. I just want to make sure that now you consolidate that into an actual united plan where you understand what you're working off of. And that's why the net worth statement and all those things, when having those romantic meals where you're actually discussing your goals and what you're planning for in the future, can be so beneficial to the communication of a healthy relationship.
And I think that you ought to think through, like when it comes to opportunities available to both of you, I would not compartmentalize, oh, well, we're just going to save off of hers, we're going to live off mine. Because what happens if like your 401k is way better than hers?
True.
Like what if the options are better, the matching is better, the choices are more attractive? You want to look at the absolute best options across the household. And it might be, well, okay, we're going to save hers, but my 401k, we got to max that out because it is so attractive at the company I work at, or I have access to an employee stock purchase plan, or fill in the blank. You want to make sure you look at all of the income that comes in the household, as well as all of the saving opportunities that are available to the whole household, because not all benefits packages at all employers are the same. You want to be able to pick and choose the ones that are the best. And this is not uncommon. Just because you might work for the bigger company and have the bigger comp does not mean you might have the better benefits.
Yes,
the
true.
smaller income may have a better benefits package that you want to figure out. How can we take advantage of that?
Well, and I've even seen it, talking about the complexity of success, is that I've seen situations where the small employer is very generous, but their 401k is horrible on investment choices. So you still load it up to take advantage of the huge match that they have, but maybe you only buy the bond fund because that's the only fund that they had in the 401k that seemed worthy, because they didn't offer index funds. So that's why you really get nuanced on which benefits are out there, what are the investment choices, how's the compensation structured. This is fun stuff, and this is the jigsaw puzzle that is typically what we do with clients.
Reeb, I'm going to throw this out there so that YouTube cannot annihilate me for this. I made a public math error, and I did not catch it, but they caught it.
I think I know what it was. I almost stopped you.
I was talking so fast. I said $100,000
Yeah, and $25,000.
and she makes $25,000. If you save hers, that's 25%. You are correct. The total household income would have been $125,000.
So it's not enough.
So it's not enough. If you made 75 and she made 25, then the math would work out. So YouTube, don't come and get me. It's public math, not my thing.